Again.
Glad to be here.
Journey back with me, several centuries back. We're going to the Mediterranean. We're going to the southern coast of Turkey, but back in the day it was part of the Grecian Empire. A young boy was born to wealthy parents, Nicholas. He was brought up with big biblical values being compassion, caring. So compassion fits right in with Richard today. With respect of elders. He was raised for several years and then tragedy struck when his parents were both taken from him. So he could go both ways. He could go the bitter route or he could go the energetic, excited route. I don't know what struggles he had, but it turns out that Nicholas took the great inheritance he had and he invested it back into the community. He had a heart for the impoverished, and he would reach out to the needy children. So if those children could recall to leave a shoe out, if they were thoughtful enough, Nicholas would come by and fill that shoe with part of his inheritance that he had allocated for this. He would fill it with gold coins. Years later, this man became canonized by, I believe, the Catholic Church, and we know him today as Saint Nick. So think about these children as they're waiting there for this gift. Think about the excitement, the anticipation. Their cares have melted away. I want to challenge you today to consider that is what helps keep us youthful. The hope for something better. The anticipation, the excitement. Think about a child, and it's horrible to think about, I know, but think about a child who has been robbed from his youthfulness. Parents may have split up, maybe something extremely more tragic. Abuse. That child has been robbed of their youthfulness because they have been robbed of what parents try to instill in them is trust and to bring some sort of maybe not naivety, but a youthful a dependence on others. But that's all gone. That's all gone when children are abused and neglected and miscared for. So without that, do we have hope? Without that, do we have laughter? Without that, do we have an expectation? I'm going to offer for suggestion that no, we do not. We don't have those. And so that is my prescription for you. Is the only way to stay youthful is to keep laughter in your life. Keep expectations in your life. We call that vitamin L in our household. Have you had your vitamin L? Have you laughed today? Have you had your vitamin O? Are you optimistic? Those two traits will get you through life. Not just pass you through, but get you through it with excellence. So with St. Nick and with the oncoming holiday, what I want to do is show you. Welcome, Mr. Smith. It's great to see you. I'm going to show you some more expectation from children and from adults. That blue screen should flash away. And I'm going to do this in my best Cajun voice. This is the Cajun Night Before Christmas. And we have a PDF for your enjoyment. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, they don't a thing pass, not even a mouse. The children were been nestled good snug on the floor, and Mama passed the pepper through the crack on the door. Then Mama in the fireplace done roast up the yam. She stir up the gumbo and she bake the yam. Then out on the bayou they got such a clatter, make sound like old Boudreaux done fall off his ladder. I run like a rabbit to got to the door, trip over the door and fall on the floor. As I look out the door in the light of the moon, I think, man, you crazy? Or got on too soon? 'Cause there on the bayou, when I stretch my neck stiff, there's 8 alligator a-pulling the skiff, and a little fat drover with a long pulling stick. I know right away, got to be old Saint Nick. More faster and faster the gator that came. He whistled and hollered and called him by name. Ha Gaston, ha Thibault, ha Pierre and Alcide, Jean Nanette, Jean Suzette, Celeste and Renee. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, may crawl alligator and be sure you don't fall. Like Tonneflo's cat, through the treetop he fly when the old big hound dog come a run himself by. Like that of the porch, them old gator climb, with his skiff full of toy and St. Nicholas behind. Then on top of the porch roof, it sound like the hail, when all them big gator done sat down their tail. Then down the chimney I yell with a bam, and St. Nicholas fall and sat on the yam. "Sacree!" he exclaimed, "my pun got a hole, I done saw myself on them red hot coal." He jumped on his foot and jumped. He got on his foot and jumped like a cat out to the floor where he land with a splat. He was dressed in muskrat from his head to his foot, and his clothes is all dirty with ashes and soot. A sack full of plating he throw on his back. He looked like a burglar, and that's for a fact. His eyes how they shine, his dimple how merry. Maybe he been drink the wine from Blackberry. His cheek was like rose, his nose like a cherry. On second thought, maybe he'd lap up the sherry. With a snow white chin whisker and quivering belly, he shook when he laughed like the strawberry jelly. But a wink in his eye and a shook of his head made my confidence that I don't got to be scared. He don't do no talking, go straight to his work. Put plating in a sock and then turn with a jerk. He put about his hand there on top of his head, cast an eye on the chimney, and then he done said, with all that there fire and them burning out flame, me I ain't going back by the way that I came. So he run out the door and he climbed through the roof. He ain't no fool him for to make one more goof. He jump in his skiff and he crack his big whip. The gator moved down and don't make one slip, and I hear him shout loud as a splashing he go. Merry Christmas to all till I saw you some more. So that is expectation. That is hope for tomorrow. That is how to keep laughter. That is how to keep your household and yourself healthy. We all know without laughter, without any jovial, we fade. We fade fast and we deteriorate. So I encourage you today, like Richard was saying earlier, exhale, inhale, send love to the other people, send love to yourself.